ערב הקודש, פרשת חוקת תשפ"ד. The שיעורים for הספר במדבר were sponsored by קני ריפסטין לעילוי נשמתו הטהורה של שלמה בן מאיר, רבי שלמה בן מאיר, עליו השלום. רוח השם תנחנו בגן עדן, אמן. And also by Shlomo and Fatima Assassin. Kadosh Baruch Hu will fulfill all their wishes. Torah will send all of them, Kenny and Shlomo, will send them Parnasah B'Shefa, Baracha V'Atzlacha in everything that they do, and Nachat from all their children. In this week's parasha, we are reading in Perek Kaf Aleph, in Pasuk Aleph till Gimel. We read about Vayishma HaKna'ani Melech Arad, the Canaanite, the king of Arad, who was dwelling at the south. He heard that Am Yisrael bad derech ha'atarim, and he came to fight with Am Yisrael, and he also took captivities. Am Yisrael, they made a neder. If Borei Olam will give us this nation in our hands, so everything that we will take spoil from the enemies, we will donate it to the Mikdash. And this, what we see here, and before this, we see another topic that Am Yisrael, in the beginning of Perek Kaf, Am Yisrael came to Midbar Tzin, Miriam passed away, they don't have water, and Am Yisrael starts to fight with Moshe. They complain, why you took us out of Egypt? You brought us to a place, no figs, no grapes, no pomegranate, complaining. We will see how these two things are connected. But we have to know that this story about the rock with the water and the complaint of Am Yisrael, this thing happened at the 40th year in the desert before they are entering Eretz Israel. The story with Korach, with the first story with the rock, Korach with the Meraglim, all this story happened, says Ibn Ezra, in the first year after the Mishkan was built. Means to say, the complaint of Am Yisrael were in the first year that they went out of Egypt, and we see it also in the 40th year. Between the first and the 40th, all the 30 years between, the Torah didn't tell us anything what happened and any complaint that they had. And the question is, why here at the last year in the desert Am Israel starts to complain. In the beginning, we can understand it was something new for them. But why now? Explained, first of all, you have to know that Rashi points that in the 40th year, all the nation that went out of Egypt already died. All Dor HaMidbar died already. This is a new generation that has the merit to enter Eretz Israel. Now, explains the Mefarshim, among them is the Netziv Mivolozhin, and they are saying that from now on, from the 40th year, is going to be a change in the way that Borei Olam behaves with Am Yisrael. Till now, in all the 39 years, Borei Olam behaved with Am Yisrael in a way, in a miraculous way, all the time Nisim. On the 40th year, there is a change. Borei Olam wants to teach them and to start to teach them that from now on, everything is going to be according to the regular nature. In Eretz Israel, the life will be natural way. How Borei Olam did it? He did it like a mother that has a little child and she nurses him. After several months came the time that she wants that he will stop nursing and he will start to eat bread. She's not doing it at once. She's doing it little by little. She starts to one a little bit to start, a little bit to stop with the milk and to give him bread. Sometimes she gives him the whole day. Still, she gives him. She nurses him. Till little by little, he will get used to eat bread. The same thing, Borei Olam behaved with Am Israel. He wanted to remove them from the miraculous way that they used to live till now, and to bring them, to lead them to a different way of life, a natural way. What Borei Olam did? Am Israel were in the desert. Miriam passed away. They don't have enough water. Am Israel started to fight with Moshe. Borei Olam didn't tell Moshe what he said in the first year. Take the stick, hit the rock, and water will come out. Borei Olam didn't do it. He told Moshe to take the rock, the stick, to take the stick, but he didn't tell him to hit. Borei Olam told him, take the stick only and speak to the rock. Why Borei Olam didn't do the same way that he did before? Why he didn't tell to Moshe, take the stick, hit the rock, and water will come out? Why suddenly Borei Olam changed the way and he said to Moshe Rabbeinu to speak to the rock, to talk to the rock? Here, with this, Borei Olam gave a hint to Am Yisrael by saying to Moshe to speak to the rock, and Am Yisrael will see that Moshe Rabbeinu is talking to the rock, Olam gave a hint from now on, little by little, the miraculously way, hitting the rock, and water will come out with a way of a nest, is going to stop. Because Eretz Israel doesn't drink water from the Nile. Eretz Israel drinks water from the rain. And to have rain, you need prayer. The rain is a natural way, together with Hashgachat Hashem, that will come through prayers. But there is no miraculously way anymore. Therefore, what Borei Olam said to Moshe, I want you to speak to the rock. What does it mean to speak to the rock? To tell the rock, hey rock, Borei Olam told me that you should give water. This is the meaning. Explains the Midrash, the Yalkut Shimoni, that Borei Olam said to Moshe Rabbeinu, you have to speak Divrei Torah near the rock. And the Mefarshim are expanding the Midrash. Speak Divrei Torah, rebuke, prayers that the rock will give water, as what's going on to be in Eretz Israel, as the whole Masechet Ta'anit. What will be if there is no water in Eretz Israel? What the Gemara says in Masechet Ta'anit? What the Mishnah says there? To make a fast. All the big rabbis are coming and are giving rebuke, praying to Borei Olam on the street, taking out Aron Kodesh out. Means the talking to the rock. What Borei Olam said to Moshe was a preparation to do it. This is the way that is going to be in Eretz Israel. But as I said, Borei Olam behaved with them like a mother. Even though she starts to give them bread, but the baby bread, but nevertheless, still she gives him also milk. So Borei Olam said to Moshe Rabbeinu, take with you also the stick. Why to take the stick? If I want you to pray, to teach them the way of praying in the natural way. But if, because of a reason, the prayer will not be accepted by Borei Olam, I will not going to leave the baby without milk. I'm not going to leave Am Yisrael with no water. So take with you the stick, and we will have to use it also in a miraculously way to give them the water. This is one step that Borei Olam prepared Am Yisrael to enter Eretz Israel. Borei Olam did another thing also when it came to the fight with the Canaanites. As we read, the Canaanite king of Arad, who dwelled in the south, he came to fight with Am Yisrael. Why? It has to be written that dwelled in the south. Says Rashi, this hints to identify who is these Canaanites. When Am Yisrael when the Meraglim came to visit to tour in Eretz Israel, it's written there, Amalek Yoshev be'eretz HaNegev. the Amalek, they used to sit in the south. So says Rashi, these Canaanites are not real Canaanites. These are, all of them were Amalek, but they changed themselves into Canaanites to trick Am Yisrael. They spoke, these Amalekim, they spoke in the language of Canaanites. But the dressing, the way that they were dressed, was a way of Amalek. And therefore, what they wanted, Amalek wanted to trick Am Israel, that when they will pray to Borei Olam, save us. So they will say, save us from the Canaanites. And they will not say, save us from the Amalek. And therefore, Borei Olam will listen only to save them from the Canaanite and not from Amalek. And Am Israel will lose the war. So therefore, they change themselves. So really, these Canaanites were Amalek. Now, what the Pasuk says, Vayishma HaKnaani, the king of Arad, the Canaanite king of Arad, who dwelt in the south, heard. What did he hear? Explains Rashi. He heard that Aharon passed away and the clouds that were surrounded the nation disappeared. And therefore, he came to fight. What has to do one with the other? Why the death of Aharon causes them to come to fight with Am Yisrael? This is question number one. Question number two, the Pasuk says that Am Yisrael is going to fight. They made a neder that if they will win, they are going to give everything to Borei Olam. Where is Moshe? We remember that Amalek came to fight immediately after Am Yisrael went out of Egypt. Says Moshe to Yoshua, go and choose people, go and choose soldiers, they will fight. Moshe says, you will go to fight, Yoshua. I'm going to sit on the hill, and I will take with me the stick, and I will pray there to Borei Olam. Moshe Rabbeinu lift his two hands. Am Yisrael, when Moshe Rabbeinu hold the hands up, Am Yisrael won the war. What happened now? Why we don't have Moshe here? The answer is same as we said before, what said the Netziv in all the other Mefarshim. Am Yisrael is going now into Eretz Israel. They are going to fight in Eretz Israel to conquer the land. But everything will be in a natural way. So Borei Olam is teaching them here now. Again, another time, beside the water in the rock. Another time, he teaches them everything is going to be natural. No Moshe, no stick, nothing. You yourself, especially, we have to remember that this is a new generation. The generation that went out of Egypt, we learned before, explained Ibn Ezra, when the Egyptians ran after them, maybe 1,200 Egyptians or a little bit more. They came to fight with 600 people, and nobody could have fight with the Egyptians. 600,000 people cannot do anything. The answer, says Ibn Ezra, they couldn't, because they had a nefesh of a slave. They were people that their nefesh was run down, and they couldn't fight. And therefore says the Netziv, they couldn't enter Eretz Israel because they wouldn't have been able to make it to fight with the nations. This is a new generation. Borei Olam wants to teach them from now on, there is no nisim, you have to do it on your own. And what did they do? They made a neder, and Vayishma Hashem bekol. The pasuk says that Borei Olam heard Vayishma Amonai bekol Yisrael. What is bekol Yisrael? He heard the prayers of Am Yisrael. Means they knew the way going to fight. And first of all, I'm making a neder. And number two, I'm praying. They went to fight and they won the war. Now we have to explain why Amalek came now. They heard that Aaron died. What has to do one with the other? In order to answer this question, we have to go to the first place that Amalek made a fight with Am Israel. And when we are going to the place in Parashat Beshalach, we read there, Vayavo Amalek, Vayilachem in Yisrael berefidim. Ask the Mefarshim, what do I care where the fight was? Was it in the desert, in this place, or in another place? Why I have to know berefidim? So Chazal explains berefidim is not only the place. Refidim is also the reason why Amalek came to fight. And what was the reason? One reason is because Rafu Yedehem min HaTorah. They were not holding the mitzvot that they had, even though it was before Matan Torah. But they had mitzvot that they got in Mara, and they were not holding the mitzvot strongly, carefully. And Kli Yakar says another explanation. The word refidim comes from the word pridim, peirud, separation. Amalek is coming when Am Israel is separated one from the other. As we see that this happened in the time of Achashverosh. Haman came to Achashverosh and he took an advantage. What did he say to the king? Yeshno am echad mefuzar umeforad bein ha'amim. These people are separated one from the other. This is the time that Amalek comes. And the medication for this is to become to be one unit, to unify the nation. And this is what Esther did. Lech knosset kol hayudim, to be together. And they went to fight together. This is the way to fight against Amalek. But Amalek, he is coming when? When there is a separation in the nation. What this has to do here with us? Here, in this case, Amalek, the Canaanites, that they were real Amalek, they heard that Aharon passed away. What does it mean that Aharon passed away? They knew that Aharon explains, to explain it in the name, explained the book Chesed LaAbraham, is the son of the Baal Tiferet Shlomo from Radomsk. And he says that here Amalek found a point that he can come in, an advantage that he can come in. Aharon, they knew that Aharon is Ohev Shalom, Verodef Shalom, Ohev et Abriot, מקרבן אל התורה. He knew, Aaron knew to unify the nation. And therefore, because of Aaron, there were clouds around the nation. It was like a piece of string that surrounds the whole nation and makes the nation as one. And when they saw that Aaron passed away and there is no clouds anymore, so according to their mind, they understood that now the nation is not together because there is no more Aharon that used to connect them and to bring them together and to bring them to the Torah, that the Torah helps to make the nation as one unit. And therefore, they came and they made a fight with, with Am Israel. This is the reason why the Amalek came to fight with Am Israel. Now we are in a time in Eretz Israel, a time of a war with people which we can call them Amalek. And we just learn when Amalek comes, when there is a separation with Am Israel. And if we look on what happened, not looking about history now, we're talking about what happened 3 months ago, 5 months ago, 6 months ago. What happened in Eretz Israel? A, a big separation between people and a fight against Torah, against mitzvot, against Judaism. Who knows? We don't know. Maybe this was one of the things that caused the whole Amalek to come against us. But unfortunately, the nation didn't learn from the time of Achashverosh that Am Israel, when they came to fight against against Haman and all the enemies, they were one unit. Here in Eretz Israel, unfortunately, people didn't learn it yet. Still, the separation is continuing. And even what happened now is that the thing we don't have today, Aharon, but today we have something else that can make the whole nation as one. What is it? The Pasuk says, "Vayis'u meRefidim," when they went from Refidim, they came to Midbar Sinai, and they stood, Vayichan Sham Israel neged Ahar, accepting the Torah. How you are going out from the separation? There is one way. Accepting the Torah. Keep the Torah. The Torah makes everyone, the whole nation, as one unit. And unfortunately, nowadays, what we see that not only there is the separation is growing and growing, but they starting also people started to fight against the Torah, against the learning in the yeshiva. So let's hope, Bezrat Hashem, that the Kadosh Baruch Hu will open the eyes of Am Yisrael, and they will learn from the history that Amalek comes only when there is a separation. And what makes Am Yisrael as one unit is only Torah Hashem. אתה אחד ושמך אחד. ומי כעמך ישראל גוי אחד. When Am Yisrael becomes גוי אחד, when everyone believes Hashem echad and Torah Hashem, this is the Torah that everyone has to keep. I have to say thank you to Avram Shomer and also to Isaac Dweck, and I want to wish everyone a Birkat Shabbat Shalom.